Alright, guys. I think I'm live. I think I'm live. It's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. I don't know if I should go back to my... Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another episode of the most offensive podcast ever. I'm Slimmy V, and today I just want to share my thoughts on what's been going on the past year, why I haven't been streaming, putting videos, talking about politics. It's been a while since I've been really consistent, and that's not a good thing, because if you gain certain followers, you want to be able to at least entertain your followers, your subscribers. I haven't really gained much, but I do want to share my thoughts on what's been going on in the political world. As you can see, it is no surprise that Joe Biden is not doing great. We've spoken about this. Joe Biden should not have won. When they say that the election was stolen, in my opinion, all right, is something was wrong. Something was not right. Towards the end of Trump's presidency, when they wanted to open up the country, they would not allow it. And there were very prominent political figures on the left, more so the media, who was pushing to keep the economy closed because Trump may benefit from opening the economy and doing well. And that's one thing that you could not take away from Trump, was the economy. But it did take that away because they kept the country closed. They would not open it because that would have benefited Trump, right? So when we talk about the election was stolen, we got to look at how, or the propaganda that the media was pushing, what led to job losses, what led to a downfall in the economy, what led to possibly maybe the failure of this whole vaccine thing, right? The economy and how they pushed it. They swayed people into voting for for Biden, excuse me. If you were to guess, the two presidents who are mostly more popular than President Barack Obama, who arguably is the first mixed president, fine, he's black, but I don't want to ignore the fact that he has a white mother. It is what it is, right? I'm not throwing shade. I'm just speaking the truth, right? And if I were to ask you, Who are other president that's more popular than Barack Obama? Number one is actually Joe Biden, and number two is Trump. Right? How is that possible? Because you've lied so much about Donald Trump to the point that you scared people into voting against him. Nobody voted for Biden. Nobody voted for Biden, but people voted against Trump. And the only person that was on the ballot was Biden. So when you talk about stealing, like, look, I don't know enough about ballots, and all I know is that if you open up the country and allowed people to go in person and vote, there may not have been as much vote as you've gotten because people were able to mail in ballots, which was something that was just for military people or the very elderly, or maybe a sick people that's in the hospitals or who are unable to go out there and vote. Now, here's one thing I believe that they should do. What they should do is have a national voting day. Make it that Tuesday. Close schools, close jobs. Hey, we went through a whole pandemic. All right, we closed the country for months. What? It was 2 weeks. It became months. What's one day? What is one day? All right, make it a work from home day. I mean, to tell me that you cannot do that is a slap in the face to what people may call democracy. And what they're using right now is saying that Trump is a threat to democracy. And I want you to pay attention to one thing. Anything that they say, they're behind. When they say Trump is a threat to democracy, they the one. They want to remove Trump off ballots in certain states. They want to prevent certain opponents who have entered the race against Biden from running against Biden. They don't want that prevented Bernie, or they screwed Bernie in 2016. Right? Because essentially the shadow people behind all of this had a chosen one. That was Biden. Who, in my opinion, is probably being controlled by Obama. But look, man, I've been out of the whole. Well, I've paid attention to a lot that's been happening in the political atmosphere, the landscape, whatever you call it. And I've had a lot to say. I've spoken with so many people. I've had tons of debates. I've had asked questions that it's probably not good to ask, but I've asked, right? And I'm over here in a room with my wall at the background, and I'm just talking. And I know I'm just doing this just to put it out there. But we're in trouble. I don't know what's going to happen this November. We're in the end of January. Should I make a comeback? It's tough. It's not easy. I give it up to those people who have 500 followers, who have 1,000 followers, who have 5,000 followers, who've worked it to the point where it's become a second income. I bow down in your presence and I give it up to you, man. Look, to people out there who think YouTube is easy, it's not. You have to grind like any other business. It's tough. What is your niche? What are you comfortable in talking about? I'm comfortable talking about politics, although it may be taboo to talk about it during Thanksgiving dinner, right? I'm very comfortable in talking very controversial issues. I don't have no problem in talking about abortions. I don't have any issues in talking about gay marriage. I don't have any issues talking about LGBTQRSTUV. I have no issues talking about racism. I have no issues saying, you know what, I would rather vote for Trump than for Joe Biden. I have no problem arguing my point. I have no problem stating facts. I have no problem arguing that I think there are only two genders. And biology is probably the constitution that we should abide by. You know, like, I don't care. I am respectful. I am a nice person, contrary to what people may believe. But that's just me. I do want to bring back the Most Offensive podcast. I may want to do a panel table, maybe have a couple of other people, like my brother Widley. I've done a couple of stuff with him in the past. I may bring Ralph, Unique Vision, or a couple of other people who probably would not mind being seen by a couple of viewers, just to have a conversation, and probably built this thing up until something that's gigantic, or something that I probably can't stop. Excuse me. Wow, this is awesome. Wow, I'm gonna check this out after I'm done. Yeah, so I'm gonna end the live here. I definitely want to I was just testing out sound, video. I do want to make a comeback. I am gonna start putting out some videos. I do want to share my thoughts, my values. I do want to talk about Christianity. I do want to talk about religion. I do want to talk about death. I do want to talk about the afterlife. I do want to kind of shake everybody a little bit. I've seen a lot. I've read a lot. I've watched a lot. And as you know from the past, I am a thinker. Yeah, I still don't think the vaccine worked. It was dumb to push out the vaccine. It was dumb to push out the mandates. It was dumb to shut down the... Yeah, okay, I understand. At the beginning, right? Everything I'm saying is in hindsight, right? At the beginning, we didn't know what was going on. But when we had a clear vision of what was happening, when we found out that prominent voices on the opposite spectrum, people that were speaking against the vaccine, against the mandates, right, against the shutdown, or the lockdown, that those voices were being filtered or put to the side, I had to go back and listen to those voices as well, and also listen to the other voices. And then I come to the conclusion that we've been lied to, we've been used, we've been abused, which made us confused. And I do firmly believe that Dr. Fauci should be in jail. Now they going after Trump, indicting him. I can't keep count of how much. What, 91? I don't know. Could you imagine they'd done that with Barack Obama or Biden? How many they could have charged them and what would have stick? Come on. Anyway, hopefully we don't get into World War III with what's going on with the couple of Americans that were killed. God bless their souls. God give peace and rest to the family. You know, I hope that the hand of God comforts them and bring them some sort of peace. You know, I'm not gonna go too long in the stream. I didn't want to keep it too long. I just wanted to share my thoughts. 15 to 20 minutes. And I'll see you with videos. I'll see you with stats, because I like to bring stats, numbers, something concrete that cannot be broken down, right? And I like to break it down where it's either digestible to humans, where they could at least understand what I'm trying to articulate. And anyway, just watch and wait. I think I want to come back. I think I'm going to like this. Anyway, if y'all not offended, you wasn't watching. Oh man, God bless, stress less, and let y'all